Paper Connection. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. This is my Facebook Live. It's Tuesday night, and it is February the 9th, 2021. For those of you who are going to be watching my, oh, you hear my doggies? I'll have to see if my husband can get them really quickly. Well, I'm back. So sorry, I had a crisis. Whew, doggies were going nuts there for a minute. All right, tonight, thank you for being here with me. Tonight, I am going to be doing a video where I am going to show you what to do with all of our extra designer series paper. You know, during celebration, one of the things that we get to earn is designer series paper. And I don't know about you, but rather than accumulating a ton of different stamp sets, I end up accumulating a lot of designer series paper. So I'm going to show you how to use some of that up tonight. The other thing I wanted to remind you about is, catch my breath, my online card class to go. The last date to sign up for that is tomorrow. As long as you sign up by midnight tomorrow night, then you can still get to be a part of my online card class. And this is going to be using the Dandy Gardens envelope and card. You get a whole package of the Dandy Gardens envelope and card, and you get an entire package of the cards. And a part of these cards, I think there's 50, between the small and the large ones, there's 50 of those cards in one pack. And then there's also stickers. It's a fantastic deal. It's $25. It is extra if I'm shipping it to you. I think about $5 extra if I'm shipping it to you. But really cute cards, and they're really fun and easy, and you get everything that you need to make those. So let us get started. Okay, this is a card that I made. I did it on a live when I was doing the nautical theme, and I can't even think of the name of the theme right now. It rattled me there because I had to go do a crisis intervention with my dogs. But this is one that I did, and I'll show you how we can make this. It's using designer series paper. Okay. Don't forget, Celebration is still in effect. And if you don't have a catalog or Celebration brochure, if you would like one and you don't already have a demonstrator, let me know. I would love to get one of these out to you. This goes into effect until February 28th. And you can earn all that free paper and stamp sets and all that kind of stuff too. As well as if you are not already a demonstrator and you would like to, if you got $125 worth of items that you want to purchase, you can do that for $99. No shipping. You get to choose whatever it is. It's pretty much a no-brainer. So anyway, let me get started here. How many times can I say let's get started, right? Okay, I'm going to flip this down. There we go. Okay, let me put my glasses on so I can see as well. So I've got a piece of designer series paper. This paper is 4 1/4 by, it's 5 1/4 by 8. I have a piece of basic black that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm going to take my trimmer with my scoring tool, and I'm going to score it at 2 and at 4. And I'm scoring it on the 8-inch side. Okay, that is all the scoring that I'm going to do there. Okay, then I'm just going to take my bone folder. Hey Kim, thank you for joining me tonight. You saw my disappearing act there for a second. Oh, my dogs, man, I'll tell you. Let's see, I think I'm actually going to do it this way. Yeah. Because I want the black to show. Because this is the way it folds out. And I want the black with the flowers to show on here. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue this down. It's really pretty paper. Out of all the free paper that we got, or that we have access to, this is my favorite. This reminds me so much of the 70s, which I just happen to be a child of. I graduated in the 70s. And I love 70s music, and just happens to be my favorite time. Okay, I think I did not cut that quite perfectly, but it's okay. Something's off, but it's okay. All right, so I think what I did was I cut it at 5.5 rather than 5 1/4, but it's all right. It's gonna work and it's gonna be gorgeous. Okay, so then we're gonna take a piece of the basic black. This is cut at 3 1/4 by 4.5, and I'm gonna use, I have two pieces. I have one that's gonna fit here on the outside, and this one is 3 by 4 1/4, and then I have one that I have cut the same size as the basic black that's gonna go on the inside. But I'm not gonna put that on just yet because I'm gonna put this on first, and then I wanna make sure that I have this on so that I can make sure that that is hidden up underneath it like this. See? Okay, now I did use some of the dies from the Pretty Perennials. This is a really pretty stamp set, and I love that font right there. And that's the font that I'm going to use. I'm going to have it say, Happy Birthday. Happy Birthday. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put my flowers. Okay, and I'm going to try some. If it doesn't work, I'm going to flip it over. But I'm going to take my sponge dauber, and I'm going to put just a little bit of color right there in the center. I'm doing it on the back side first because I want to see if it's going to work. I haven't done that yet. But here are some of the pieces that I cut today using the dies from that Pretty Perennials. I wanted to see how it would look. Yes, I'm going to like it. Okay, I'm going to flip it over to the right side then. I'm just going to go around the center right in here. And I'll do the same thing on this little one. I just want there to be a little bit of color peeking out from behind the patterned piece that's going to go on top of it. Let me get this out of the way now. Alrighty. And I'm just going to add a little bit of glue just around the center right in here. Not a tremendous amount because I don't want it to goosh out everywhere. Although I don't have that entirely centered, so let me put a little bit more over here. Like that. That works. Alrighty, so we'll stick this right in here, like that. And then we'll do the same right here. This one will be a little bit easier because there's no hole in the middle of it. There we go. Okay. This, it also has some leaves, die cuts for leaves. And I think I'm going to do it like this. Maybe like that. I'm mainly wanting to know where I have room to put my happy because it's a pretty large happy. And I want to make sure that it fits, so. Okay. And I think I'm just going to kind of go off to the side like this. There we go. Yeah, I'm not liking that. It's a little too close to the top, so let's just do it like this. I'm going to stamp it and then I'll just place the flowers around it because I don't want it to be too crowded. There we go. Yeah. And then I'm bringing in the birthday, the small thing. And the great thing about this is it has a large script that says happy, and then it's got a lot of little small things that you can say happy mail, happy for you, happy birthday, you make me happy, sending lots of happy, stuff like that. There we go. Don't think I got it just perfect, but it's okay. Alrighty, so get those out of the way. And I'm going to put these up on dimensionals. I really didn't want there to be, I didn't want it to be tone on tone. I really wanted it to just kind of, whoops, you know what? I needed to put the leaf down first, didn't I? I wanted there to be just a little bit difference. And I got the color idea from here, if you can see it right there. That little daisy that has the blue on the inside, that's what made me decide that I wanted to add a little bit of that color in the center of that flower. Okay. So So we'll put that right about in there. I think I'm going to put this larger one down here, and then I'll put this other one right in here. I do have to not cover up my bee though. There we go. Okay. Then we will put this on top of this basic black. How's everybody doing tonight? I've had a pretty good day. A busy day, but a pretty good one. There. Okay. And then I am going to, let me get this out of the way here so I don't get confused on it. But then I'm going to add some dimensionals on the back of this. And I think what I'm going to do is, instead of putting it on here, I'm going to put a couple across here like this, because then I know that it's not going to show, because it's almost showing. Well, not almost, it is showing right there. So I don't want that to happen here. So I'm just putting them on the panel first. And then we'll put this on right here. See, I kind of want to make sure that I've got the same amount of space all the way around. So I think that's going to work like that. Yes. All right. So then I will take my whisper, or my basic white, not whisper white, my basic white, since we don't get whisper white anymore. And I'm going to just make sure that it lines up about like this, so that when it closes, it's not going to show. Yeah, perfect. And so now, excuse me, now you have used a good bit of your designer series paper, and it's a super cute and super easy card to make. And if you wanted more space to be able to write, you could put basic white on. Isn't that cute though? Really like that. Okay, let me get this off to the side. Also, I did, we have these as well, and this might be really pretty. Oh, it might be pretty to do this on the center. Let's see how that would look. They have it, I cut out one of these little saffron pieces, but I just wasn't sure if that was, what do you think? Should I do that? I kind of do like it, but I didn't cut, it's too large for that smaller one. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's see. Yeah, that works. And then maybe I'll put one of these right here in the center that kind of sets that off as a different flower. Yeah, that's really pretty like that. Okay, so let's put that off to the side, and I will do my next one, which I'm only going to do 2 tonight. Before I do that one though, I'm going to show you this. This is one I did today. I saw, I think she is an Australian demonstrator who made this, and this is using 5.5 by 12. Yes, 5.5 by 12. So that is almost a half a sheet. And so what I did, I had to get a little tricky with it, but I took this and I kind of folded it up together. I'll show you. I took it and I kind of folded it up together like that. And then I took my circular, the stitched die, or the circle die that I wanted, and I ran it through my Big Shot like this. And yes, it did crease that a little bit right there in the back, but you can't even tell it because it has this on the back of it, which helps it. 2 things. It covers that crease, and it allows your card to stand. It gives it a lot of support, so it would allow it to stand. To create this, I just took I think it was 2 sizes down from the largest one, and I just put it over Night of Navy. I put 2 of them over it, ran it through, and that gave me this ring. So anyway, and these I just cut out of the designer series paper. I just fussy cut them and put it on there. I just thought this turned out so cute. Okay, this is one I have never made. I saw Rachel Tessman do this one. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way so I have space. Let me bring my trimmer back in. And what I'm going to do on this one is, this is supposed to be 5.5 inches. So I'm going to trim that off down to 5.5 by 12. And then I'm going to score it at 2. Let me get the cutting blade out of the way. I'm going to score it at 2. And then I'm going to score it at 4. Now you can go ahead and score it at 8 and 10, but I'm going to flip it around because I feel like you're sure to get a better gauge. Like you're going to have a much better, I don't know, it just feels like the measurements are going to be a little easier to make sure that you have them exactly the way you want them that way. All right, so now I'm going to take my ruler, and I'm going to take my paper in this direction. I'm going to go down to 2 3/4 with my pencil, down to 2 3/4 inches. Because this is 5.5 inches this way, I want to go to 2 3/4, which is half. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Right there. And I'm going to cut away. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and burnish these. I kind of want to decide, I think I want this to be the outside of my card. So, and you can kind of get an idea where I'm going with this. Maybe. Okay, so that's going to help me to see this type thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut from that up to this score line right up here. So I'm going to bring it into my trimmer, and I'm going to take it from my little tick mark right there, and make sure that that scored mark is right there in the crease, and I'm going to cut that like that. Okay, and I'm going to save this because I'm going to use it. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing. I have to make sure I'm positioning it in the right direction because I don't want it cut on a wrong side. Let's see. Yeah, so that means that it from here, and then my little tick mark, my 2 3/4 tick mark needs to be right there. So just line it up in the track. We'll just trim that down like that. Okay, now I can put my trimmer away. Okay, and I want my card to fold. Now you can see where I'm going with it now, right? Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I want this to continue like with a slant. Now I could do it a little different. I could do it this way, but I really would like to keep. Let me see. Maybe I do want to do it that way. I think I will. I think I like the idea of more of this paper showing. So I'm just going to glue that on really quickly. I can't tell if anybody is saying anything. Right now I only have one comment on there, and I'm not ignoring you if you have said anything. For some reason my computer's not telling me. Okay. So then I'll take this one and we will do the same. It's been so rainy and overcast here in Georgia. 4 days, I think, off and on. It'll rain for days, and then it'll be sunny a day or so, and then it'll rain a few more days, and it's crazy. Okay, so now for the inside of my card, this is going to be the inside. It's too large. So this is 4 inches right here. So for the inside of my card, I'm going to need this to be at 5 1/4 here. And I'm going to need this to be 3 3/4, like that. Is that right? No, I just shot myself in the foot. I was going to put this on the back of it so that it would help it stand. That's no problem. Let's see how this will look on the inside here. I plan these things, and then it might be a day or whatever, and then I'll forget what I had planned to do. So go figure. I'm gonna trim this down to 5, because I would like to have a little bit of extra space there at the bottom. Just gonna put this right here on top. I should stamp something there if I want something there. I should stamp it ahead before I actually do the gluing down, but for time's sake, I'm not going to do that tonight. Since I can't see your comments, I will go back and, oh wait, I can see your comments. Hey Jan, this paper is from the Ice Cream Suite. I don't remember the name of the paper, but it's from the Ice Cream. And I am going to do a little stamping now. Okay. I am going to cut a piece of, I'm going to cut a piece of the old olive out. I was going to cut a piece of the Bermuda Bay out of the center of it, and I forgot to. But it's okay. We're going to make this work. Okay. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. I'm going to do my ice cream cone in cinnamon cider. Okay. Let's see. I like to look at my punch to see what direction I should do things in. And I'm not going to get it perfectly. I'm okay with that. So the only way I would do that would be if you can, let me just back up and say, you can punch this out, and when you get ready to block up your stamps, you can actually put your stamps down inside the blocks or inside those holes with the back side up, and then you can put your block on top of it, and that will actually plate it out exactly the way it's supposed to be. But the issue with that is whenever you are punching them out or whenever you're inking them up, then it ends up not looking right. You know, you got to be really, really careful with it, or else you end up getting ink in places that you don't want ink to be and all of that sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do instead is just put it on this side. It'll be really easy to punch out from this side. And I'm going to stamp the ice cream top over here, which will be really easy to get out. And I'm going to do the ice cream in Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay. Warner says hi. Well, hi, Warner. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while. Christmas. Okay, Bermuda Bay. Pull it out. And rather than fight of where to put it, I'm just going to do it right here on a separate piece. And I really should have had my Stampin' Pierce mat under here, because this is one of those distinctive type stamps. And with the photopolymer, it's a lot better if you use your Pierce mat under it, because you really okay. Let's see. I don't know if I can line this up perfectly or not. I can't. So what I will do is cut it off. Make it easy on myself. Okay. And that will be easy to do then. Okay. And then we'll just bring it in like this. I love ice cream cones that are the waffle ones. They're so good. So good. Okay, let me get that out of the way. And now I'm just going to put my ice cream together. And I'm going to put my darker one on the bottom. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there. Just like that. A little bit right there. Y'all, I'm a mess tonight. There. Now I got glue on my fingers. Okay. I am going to get some of the stuff out of the way. I'm going to stamp because I want my ice cream to be right about in here. I think I'll put that under there just so it gives it a little bit of color, or not. What do you think? Maybe I should have used I should have cut out. I don't think I'm going to use that. Okay, so then I'm going to use Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment, which is going to be, "You melt my heart." And you want to guess who's going to get this? I'm not going to say. I am going to put some sprinkles on it though, right here on the top. And I think I might even put some of the old olive in there as well. So I'm going to clean that off a little bit. They look more gray than anything, but it's okay. It's okay. It'll work out. All good. So I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on there. I think it might be cute though if I did do a few sprinkles right down in here. What do you think? I think it would look pretty good that way. Hey Patty. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. You know what? I'm not loving that darker color though. I think I'll go with a lighter. I think it's going to be too much of the Bermuda Bay if I do that. So I'll put just a little the lighter down in here. That's cute. Really cute. And then I could do a sentiment on the inside. I could even stamp another ice cream cone. Okay, so now when you're putting this on, you want to make sure that you are that you're only putting it on one side. Otherwise, you won't be able to open your card. And I kind of want some of those polka dots to show. So I'm going to put it right about halfway between, and I'm going to put it on using dimensionals. So let's just go halfway between, back here behind the ice cream cone. Okay, I think that's going to work. It makes you want ice cream, Jan. I know, I know. Green ice cream, not so much. Although pistachio is pretty good. Okay. Now I really need to, I don't think I did this before, but I really need to just kind of make sure that's down really nice and tight. But look, isn't that cute? And I love how it has the extra color from the back side of it. And I'm loving that the Bermuda Bay is there. Now, one thing that I can do, and I was going to do, but I used it, I cut it, was to put a piece of cardstock back here. And then that way it would easily be able, but it's standing up pretty well like this. Maybe it doesn't necessarily need a piece of cardstock in the back, but I think it turned out really cute. And I may put a sentiment on the inside, but I will be mindful that it'll be down in here so that it doesn't end up showing up here at the top. But I think it turned out super cute. Okay, so here are my fun folds for tonight. I love how this one turned out. That is my favorite paper. I'm very happy with it. Happy, happy, happy. I love that stamp set. I got the stamp set just for that word happy. I think it's adorable. And the dies with it is they're just awesome. Here is my ice cream card. And here's one where I did this one off camera before the live. This is designer series paper that I have cut out. I cut the flowers out of it, and then here you go. And I'll probably do a video on this to show how to do that before too long, but how to make the holes, the peekaboos like that. But I think this turned out really cute. And you know, with all the extra paper that we get with Sale-a-bration, I thought, you know, this is a good way to use paper up. And you know what, if you wanted to, because it opens up probably more than this bothers me that it opens up. I'm going to go back here on the back and see if that will help. It probably will. But you know, one thing that you could do is, rather than placing this bit here on the front of it, you could do a belly band and put this on the front of a belly band and then slide it up and down on and off of it, and it would keep it closed completely. You can also set a block on it for a little bit, and more than likely once it's set in the envelope, you know, going to the mail and all that, when they pull it out, it will more than likely be stuck down anyway. But you can put a block on it, and that will help it. I know this one popped up a good bit for a while, and you can see how this one's popping up, but after a while it just kind of settles itself down. So anyway, these are my projects for tonight. I hope you liked them. I hope you enjoyed them. If you have not already liked me on Facebook, do that. I will be going live this Friday at 12 noon on YouTube, and I'll be doing something with the sweet strawberry cards, and I don't know if it's going to be a card yet. It may be a box. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I hope you guys have a great evening. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you later. Bye.